And here we are, CFB 26, and at the time I am recording this, I have posted a post that shows what team we are going to be using, but if you did not look at that, indeed, we are going to be using the Marshall Thundering Herd, a team out of the Sun Belt, 2-star prestige, 69 overall. They run a spread offense, 3-3-5 defense. Okay, so here we are. We have motivator, recruiter, and tactician. So I think last year in CFB 25, recruiter was way too overpowered. But I think they nerfed it in this game, so I guess we'll find out as we go. But I'm hoping that I could get my coordinators to be a recruiter and let me do the motivating and stuff. But we're going to be a motivator archetype, and I can think of nobody better than Mr. Dank Ward for the job. We are going to stick with the offensive and defensive playbooks for Marshall, but alma mater is going to be Washington because that's my favorite team, and then our pipeline is going to be South Florida because that's where Dank Ward is from. We're going to be rocking the 1/4 zip-up vest with some khaki pants. Now, in recent years, Marshall has actually been pretty good. In 2024, they went 10-3. The year before that, they went 6-7, did not make a bowl game. 9-4 in 2022, and they've historically been a pretty decent program. But they have never won anything too spectacular. They won the Sun Belt Championship last year, did not make the college football playoffs. What Coach Dank Ward is here for is to lead Marshall to a national championship. Whether that's 4 years in the future, 5, or maybe it's year 2 or year 3. That is what this series is about, leading Marshall to a national championship. As you see Mr. Dank Ward standing there, looking handsome as ever. Now, for recruiting, we need a lot. And it would probably be good to look at the roster first, but I'm not going to look at whether they're look at recruiting as if we can't get any 4 stars or even maybe a 5-star that may be in our pipeline, but I feel like that's just a little unrealistic. So we're gonna go with the recommended ones and the ones that have the green dot by their name, such as Steve Guerrier. Some players like him that want to come to Marshall. That's just funny. One is a kicker, but we're just gonna search by the green dots. Yeah, a tight end that's interested, a running back, an edge, corners, another running back, wide receiver. I'll catch back up with y'all when I get everybody with scholarships and everything and get my board how I want it. Alright, that's all our scouting done for now, at least for week 1, or in college, week 0, as we have found 3 gym prospects, the 4-star wide receiver that I was talking about earlier, who has 50-50 as an ability, 88 speed, 92 spec catch, and we are 6th on his board. We found a tight end, Matthew Smith. We're 9th currently on his board, but he has 82 speed, 84 acceleration, 79 catching at 6'4", 205. And then we found DeMar Jamson, or Jameson. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. But Mr. DeMar here, 92 speed at running back. An east-west playmaker, which I do believe is the best archetype. This is the first time I've played in the game, but I've watched some other people like Bordeaux and people, Bengal and that kind of stuff. I watched some of their rebuilds on the early access stuff, and it looks like the east-west playmaker is going to be the best running back type. Other than that, we have some corners, some defensive players down here on the board, but I think that if we can land the 4-star receiver, we will be in great shape. Now, looking at our schedule, we open up at number 4 Georgia, which is just fantastic. One of the new teams in college football 26, the Missouri State Bears in week 2 at home. We have FCS Southeast at home, and then we go on the road to face Middle Tennessee State, and we start conference play after that. I think our biggest contender in the conference is either going to be Texas State, who is really good in college football 25. James Madison was good last year, went 9-4. Even Coastal Carolina could be decent, but we'll just have to find out how that goes. Looking at our coach upgrades, we can upgrade our motivator tree. I'm going to put it on quarterback and just hope that we can get the off-season training boost by the end of the season. Looking at our coordinators, we have an elite recruiter at offensive coordinator. Just cannot scout quarterbacks at all. And then defensively, we have another motivator who has master motivator unlocked as well. So far so good. We're setting up good. Now it's time to do our depth chart for the season. At quarterback, Zion Turner, 87 speed junior redshirt. Impact development trait, has some decent abilities. He has a brand exposure deal breaker. Conference prestige for Carlos Del Rio Wilson. That's a tongue twister. Kofi Fangan has the deal breaker for pro potential. Jaquai Long, redshirt freshman. 83 speed, 84 throw power, with not great accuracies. Hopefully he could develop and become our future starter. And then we have AJ Fox, a true freshman, as well as Kofi Fangan. I will redshirt them both. And then we have a true freshman running back projected to be our starter. 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 80 carrying, 81 ball carrier vision. He will definitely be the starter for this season. We're not going to redshirt him because he has a championship contender deal breakers, which means we have to win some games this season to get his deal breaker back up. Right now it's at a D. He needs a B. Antoine Roberts, who is a redshirt junior, 87 speed, out of Nashville, Tennessee. Tony Mathis Jr., out of Orlando, Florida. It is a senior redshirt, though, so. And then we have another freshman running back with who is a 71 overall with 84 speed. He'll probably be redshirted. Never mind, he has a freaking playing time deal breaker, so sorry, Tony Mathis Jr., but you're just not going to play. We need both our freshman running backs to play this season. wide receiver, we have Andre, or Adrian, excuse my French, but Adrian Norton, but 81 overall. Is wearing the number 20? You've got to be kidding me. There's got to be some way I could change that, but right now we're just going to rock with it. Antonio Harmon, 76 overall, contested specialist, 87 speed. He's a junior red shirt. Jamarcus Lacey, 75. Hate to break it to you, but you're not going to start. We're going to start the sophomore red shirt. Sophomore red shirt Javier Short, or Xavier Javier, however you want to pronounce it. Toby Payne, one of our best players at tight end, 79 speed junior red shirt. Could be an amazing tight end for us. Offensive line, we have a decent left guard. Center is atrocious. Right guard's okay, and then right tackle's okay. On edge duty, we have Brandon Ward, 71 overall. At right edge, we have Paul Hudson III, 69 overall. Plugging up the middle, we have a senior defensive tackle who's not going to be here next year. We definitely need to get younger on this team. So we're just going to start our sophomore red shirt at the defensive tackle too, because we're trying to progress our guys. Sam linebacker, just more of the same. We're going to start our other sophomore redshirt linebacker. He's a 67 overall with 81 speed. But if we could develop him, maybe next season he'll be okay. We just don't have any young people. We have a freshman who wants brand exposure, so he ain't going to be here next year. Because Lord knows Marshall ain't getting no brand exposure. Our weak side linebacker, I mean, it's more of the same. We're just going to start the youngest guy with a lot of speed, and that is Daniel Harris. At corner, Tony Smith. Senior, another senior, sophomore, and sophomore. Right here, because our corners are really slow, we're just going to start our faster corners. Alright, there we go. Free safety. We're going to start Tavon Nelson. Strong safety. We're going to start Tevin Brown. And that'll be it for us. Now, we can finally advance the week. 20 minutes into this recording. That's crazy. Okay, we're third on Matthew Smith's board. Alright. We have a bye week, week 1. So, now we can finally put hours on everybody. I'll catch back up with y'all after I got all my hours, and I'll show y'all what we have going on. Alright. Here's what we have. We have 40 hours on all of our gyms. We haven't even made it into DeMar Jameson. We haven't even made it into his top 8 schools yet, with Georgia being the number 9, so. And everybody else, we either have 30, 15, 25 hours, maybe, on this edge rusher, just because we're not in his board, and Miami's at the top. We're going to put 40 into him, and 30 into this defensive tackle. So, advance to week 1 against the Bulldogs. And great. James, you made a mistake. Marshall's going to turn into one of the best dynasties to come, but you shall not be a part of it. Give me my hours back, boy. Get out of here. Alright, on Steve, we are second on his board. We moved up on Matthew Smith's board. And we are third on Jameson's board. So, I think we're going to throw some more hours at the guys that were lower on the board on. Although, okay, so somebody like Singleton here, he needs a little bit more hours, so we're going to throw 30 on him. Alexander Speed, we're neck and neck with Miami. Okay, so Tony Sosa is really heck bent on not coming to Marshall, so I think we're going to look to add some more people to our board that are just finish up scouting these guys. But I know what most people came here for, and that's to see me get smacked by Georgia, but this is what builds up our dynasty. This is what we're going to do to be able to make it to a national championship eventually. Alright, here we go. In Dank Ward's first game, it will be against the Georgia Bulldogs, who are 94 overall. Not great, but we're going to rock the all-black unis. Oh, this is going to be a dumpster fire. I can already tell. It's either that or we eventually score a touchdown, maybe one or two. It is raining here in Athens, Georgia, though. So, as they tear down the flag and run into the rain. And here are your Marshall Thundering Herd. I just can't wait to get smacked by Gunner Stockton. As you see the Bulldog there. I do like the presentation screen in this. The scoreboard looks a lot better in my opinion. We're going to return this. Only got it up to the 14. That's crazy. Michael Allen, the freshman running back out of Greenville, North Carolina, 79 overall, 89 speed. I'm going to run a little RPO here, as it's already wobbling here in Athens. We're going to throw it, and they're just off. Branch making the tackle. We're not going to be able to audible at all in this stadium, so we're just going to have to run the ball here as we get 2, maybe 3. Alright. We're at a mesh concept. As it is a catch for it, as it is a first down for your Marshall Thundering Herd. Oh no, I already see freaking abilities already lining up. We're going to bring the receiver in motion. Run. Run, Turner. We'll pick up 7 with his legs. Bring the slot guy in motion. It will be a handoff to the outside. He's got room. Allen. Run there by Allen. Oh, great. I just tried to send him on a freaking angle route. I think it worked that time. Although I can't really tell. He just got absolutely cracked. Not great. Alright, second down. Payne with a good catch. We're going to run it again with Allen. As he is absolute. He went nowhere, so now it's second down, and we have another running back in the game. And we're sacked. Alright, it's third down and 17 now. in Georgia. As we get the dump off, he breaks a tackle as the Heisman. Bad punt there, and now out comes Oscar Delphus. Looks like who they're highlighting it is the clash of the tight ends, they say. Except ours is more of a blocking tight. We're going to run a cover 6 look right here. They're going to bring a tight end in motion. It'll be a fake handoff. That was my responsibility. A gain of 22 yards there for Georgia. Oh my goodness. What the abilities just happened, bro. Stockton takes the snap, passes it out to Etienne. He breaks a tackle, and he is finally brought down at midfield. And that's the end of the first quarter. I do have Excel clock on for 7-minute quarters, but right now it's 0-0 with Georgia driving down the field. We controlled most of the first quarter, so that's just what we're going to have to do against these bigger teams. Just take down the clock and hope for the best. Stockton will hand it off on the RPO, and he is go. The senior defensive tackle there for the stop. And now it is 3rd and 10. He's going to launch it. And it is almost intercepted. It indeed did happen. We're audible to a fake zone run. Allen has a little bit of space, way too quick. We're going to run it once again. And there was a little bit of space. A little bit better blocking. He probably hits the hole. But. And that's just past midfield. That's insane. Wow. Stockton in the shotgun. We'll take the snap. It is a screen pass. We'll line up in the shotgun once again. We'll send a receiver in motion. It looks to be a screen pass. And he is going... the Marshall defense is stepping up. I do not want to run man coverage against this team. Oh, no. No, no, no. Alright. And that is an overthrow. Great. We're just going to run the ball here. And you know it's bad when your own offensive linemen are getting pancaked by the defense. Jet touch pass to the outside and there. So now we're just going to have to try to audible to a pass. As it is just a horrible punt. Do I even have a punter? Is my kicker playing my punter? As another big TFL. Great play there by Marshall. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 12 now. Stockton will find Etienne. Or is that... I think that's Zachariah Branch. Obviously, Etienne is a running back. That is Zachariah Branch. I'm used to Etienne wearing number 1 because of the Jaguars running back, his older brother, Trevor Etienne. Or Travis, rather. And that is a touchdown for Georgia. That isn't even Etienne. That's Nate Frazier. Wow. Shows just a little over a minute to attempt to match Georgia. We're going to start off with the dump off to Allen, who does not get the first down. We will call our first time out. Alright, it looks like as if the stadium pulse has gone down for a minute. And that is a great catch by Payne up to the 47-yard line. First down, Marshall. The line now. Clock is still running. As that I have no clue what play we're running whatsoever. We're just going to try to... Our punter can barely get the ball 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, which is insane. Frazier with a good run of 7. Timeout, Georgia. I will say, our defense has been able to keep ourselves in the game. Thankfully. But... Oh... Bad overthrow there by Gunnar Stockton. I like how they implemented how the weather affects the quarterbacks a lot more. As Stockton will run, we miss the tackle, and he will slide up to the 44-yard line. The Bulldogs are driving once again. He will check down to Frazier, who gets, and they are going to look to kick a field goal. The question is, will they make it in this type of rain? This isn't not a gimme, but the kicker knocks it right through down the middle. Georgia leads 10-0 going into halftime with 4 seconds left. As we are now hitting halftime, it is Georgia leading 10-0 against your Marshall Thundering Herd. We've been able to hold them for the most part. We control time of possession. It's just we cannot get our passing game going whatsoever. Pressure is getting in. And the lone touchdown run from Nate Frazier, setting up the 10-0 lead. But our biggest offensive play was to Toby Payne for the return, and Gunnar Stockton and the Georgia offense will come back out onto the field. It's going to be a handoff to Frazier, and loses another yard on the carry. And Stockton will run. Stockton to the 40-yard line. On third down, we could have had him, but just not going to happen. Stockton able to escape. As this running game, Stockton is their main source of offense so far, with passing and rushing. It's a pass. As we are there for the stop. Javier Gilmore there for the TFL. 3rd and a mile. Stockton will just look to run, and he will slide. We're going to have to throw the ball short a lot to make sure we don't get sacked. Or just run with the quarterback and fumble the ball. We got real lucky on that one with the ball getting out of bounds. As I can just can't see any of my icons, we get sacked. 3rd down. What a catch there from Smart. Like we're just in the position we have to go for it. We have no choice. If we don't, we're just never going to score. And Payne just mosses the line to keep this drive rolling. And now, Allen getting ahead of steam. Pickup of... Looks like a wide open hole here for Allen to run straight through. As... Luckily for Georgia, the quarter expires. So this game has gone really quick. I think I'm going to turn the quarter minutes up to 10. That way we can just get more gameplay in. Obviously, none of the episodes are going to be this long most of the time because of all the recruiting boards and stuff and that kind of stuff. But as we just get sacked. We're just going to run a little screen pass here. Hope we can escape. Allen has room. Allen down the sideline. Up to the 40-yard line. Michael Allen has been one of our key sources of offense so far, as he will get about 5 on that run. We're going to have to start running hurry-up offense to make sure we can attempt to score. As Payne with another huge grab. First down. All right, we're back in the hurry-up. As just if Zion Turner throws that on the money, that's a touchdown. Unluckily, he does not. Allen. If that's a touchdown. If he holds his block, that's a touchdown. Screen pass. Allen into open space. Touchdown, Marshall. What a play on the screen pass. They never saw it coming, as we are back in this game. Michael Allen has been the main source of offense for your Thundering Herd, and he deservedly so gets the touchdown. Diving. It is first down for Georgia. Stockton in the shotgun. Will hand it off. And Frazier is going nowhere. Loss of 1. I will say, the defense has been very much on par for this game against Georgia. And caught there by Noah Thomas. Stockton will motion out the running back. He will chuck it. As it is Brown there in the coverage. And we have a chance. Can we upset Georgia in their home territory? A good return there. Up to is feeling it now. We have a chance as long as we don't throw it away. Oh my God. And as we saw in that last play, I think Zion Turner was in some discomfort. Throw it away! The Herd have to get this one here. Payne just gets... This is maybe one of our last chances. Payne! Oh my gosh. Brown just... He misses the throw. Open, just couldn't get it there. And we are, fortunately, I think we're going to lose this one. Good hit there. 3rd and 7. We our first time out. If we can hold him to a field goal here, we have a chance. As I'm only going to bring 3 here. 3rd and 14. 5. He's going to motion. Delay of game. Wow. They took the delay of game, which stops the clock. Are they going to risk it here? No, they're going to run it. And Frazier finally gets some space. Nate Frazier to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. You knew it was only a matter of time before Nate Frazier breaks off a run, and that one will put the nail in the coffin for the Georgia Bulldogs. Frazier just gets good blocking. Our safeties are just, we're not fast enough to catch it. 17-7 is your final. Yeah, I definitely need to bump the quarters up to 10 minutes because the game just went by too fast for me. Because it just none of the stats are going to be right because Gunnar Stockton only threw for like 80 yards. So I may move it down off Excel clock, but really just depends. We do not level up. And that will be the end of this one. Episode 1 of College Football 26 Dynasty. We leave 0-1 against Georgia. Unfortunate, but expected. Be smart, be safe. Have a good one.